Hey book baddies, hope you're having again a beautiful day, weekend. Welcome back to the channel. If you've watched one of my videos, welcome. If you're new, my name is Heidi, and this is my channel predominantly around book content. And you know what today is? It's book haul day. So if you have not seen any of my videos in the past, one thing that I have been trying to do is buy books, sometimes used, sometimes new, to donate to free little libraries in my area. I think free little libraries are a great resource for folks that don't have access to books, whether or not that's access to, purchasing books, whether or not they're not close to a library or don't have access to going to a library. This is a great way to give back to the community and spread the love of reading. So this is going to be my third month, I think now, filling free little libraries. And I got another book haul from Book Outlet just like last month. This month they have one of their sales. It's their $5.99 fiction sale. If you do not if you're in, I think, the US, in Canada, I don't know if they ship to other countries, but if you're in the US and I think Canada, check if you're in other countries, they might ship to you. I don't know what their international policy on shipping is. Go do yourself a favor and just get on the emailing list for Book Outlet. I am not sponsored by them. This channel is way too small for all of that anyways. It's a way that you can go and get yourself some affordable, fairly inexpensive books. And if I know ways to save money, I'm going to help you also save some money, because books are expensive. And if we can get some on the cheap, I'm all for it. So we'll go ahead and unbox our lovely haul. So one thing I love about Book Outlet, like I was saying in my last haul from them, is they wrap the boxes. Every box that you get from them is wrapped in plastic, which is phenomenal, because I cannot be the only one who has ordered a book from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, etc., and then the box gets left out in the rain, and then it destroys your book. That's a bad day. So Book Outlet, again, thank you for being smart and actually wrapping your stuff correctly. I bought this box of books, I don't think it's been quite a month, but it's been at least a couple of weeks. I don't even remember what I bought. I don't remember how many books that I actually purchased. So this is going to be a surprise for not only you, excuse me, but also me, because I just don't remember. Ugh. Oh, I already see, just book one, it's already popping. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig into our book haul. I think a lot of the books, if I remember correctly, I actually have read a lot of the books that I purchased this month, because they were books that I loved. And I was like, oh, these are on sale for $5.99. Let me get copies to donate to people, because they're books that I adore. I don't know if it's every single book, but if I remember correctly, it's quite a few of them. So I don't think I got any children's books this month. So sorry, children. You're not going to be getting as much love this month. Okay. Just trying to organize them a little, somewhat by genre. So our first book is very popular, and that is Divine Rivals. I am obsessed with this book. It is so good. I have not actually read the second one yet. I have it. I have not taken the time out of my day to read it. I know that's a big miss for me, because I've heard it's phenomenal. But this is a book set back in almost it kind of feels like the 50s-ish, in my opinion. And we're following Roman and I don't remember her name, Iris, and they are both journalists, and they are like basically like sort of rivals in the sense of they're both trying to go for like the same writing job, and they are connected in a magical way. My dogs are losing their minds. I am so sorry. Okay. My dogs are so annoying. One moment, please. I'm so sorry about them. They're so annoying. I had to lock my dogs up because it's in the middle of the day. Well, it's after like work and when kids are coming home from school, so they're losing their minds about stuff. So anyways, this is following the two characters, Iris and Roman, and they are connected through like it's like a magical like realm ish, but it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. It's got gods, it's got war, it's got, you know, like government propaganda. It's so good. Highly recommend. I had to get a copy to donate to the Free Little Libraries. The next one is Starling House. This is another one I read. This is I think it's considered a YA horror, and this also has a magical realm element to it. It's mystery. It's set in like small town Kentucky. I don't remember what. I think it was Kentucky. And you're following, I'm trying to remember their names, Opal and I don't remember the other kid's name, Arthur. So you're following Opal and Arthur. So Opal winds up working for Arthur, and I don't want to go too into details about this, but they wind up like working together in the Starling. Well, she winds up working in the Starling House, and she's unraveling a mystery, and he's like he's really like awkward, and like he's not friendly, and he's not like telling her anything about himself. So this is really, really good. I think I rated this, it was a 3.5 or a 4, I can't remember. So definitely really enjoyed this one. Highly recommend it if you like YA horror, and it's not like too bad in the horror realm. I feel like when people say horror, it scares people off. It's very, I would say it's like light horror. So highly recommend this one. Okay, this next book, when I tell you that I recommend this book to literally every single person who asks me about any kind of fantasy, mythology-esque books, this is top of my list. This is a 5-star read for me, and that is Paranisi. I don't know why like that took my brain a second to remember how to pronounce it. Paranisi, and that's by Suzanne Clark. This has been out for a while. I think this was like, it won a couple of awards back in, I think like 2011, I want to say. This book is amazing. So this is set in a magical realm, and you're following, I don't remember what his name is. I don't think that you're told his name right offhand. And basically like you're going to be confused from page 1, and as you're reading, more information is given to you. And so like the more you read, the more like the mystery unfolds. It's so good. It is like, this book is amazing. It's pretty short. I don't even think it's 300 pages. So yeah, it's like 250-ish pages, I want to say. So it's a pretty quick read. I read this in like a day. I did not want to put this book down, so highly recommend this. So when I saw that this was on sale, I wanted to get a copy because I wanted to share this because it's so good. Highly recommend this one. This was an absolute 5-star read for me. I also got a thriller. I've never read this one, and that is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. And I think that she's a pretty popular thriller author. I am not a thriller person myself. It's just not really my prefer genre. I kind of honestly like get kind of bored reading thrillers, which I think is kind of counterintuitive to thrillers themselves, because like the whole concept of thrillers is to like be like, what's next, and you're like holding on to your like seat trying to figure out the next thing. But thrillers just don't do that for me. I find them just to be, in my opinion, boring. I don't really get into them, but I know tons of people love thrillers, so I wanted to get at least a thriller to put in there, just because I know it's a very popular genre that people love. So that's what I got this, and oh no, it's bent up a little bit. Oh, so we're gonna go ahead and put her in there. Our next one is actually, it's a vampire book, and I think this is called A Dowy of Blood, and I've read this. I'm trying to remember if this is, it's like a Dracula retelling, kind of. So you're getting the perspective of Constanza, and she is one of Dracula's wives, and this is her like writing letters to Dracula. I enjoyed this. Like, I don't dislike vampire books, but it's not something that I go out of my way for. I do enjoy them. This was good. I rated this a 3-star personally. One of my friends, she rated this a 5-star. She absolutely loves this. She's definitely a vampire, like she loves vampire books. So if you love vampire books, like I highly recommend this one. Again, it's just not really my cup of tea per se, but I did enjoy it. Again, I rated it a 3. I feel like that's a nice, like good average book for me. I enjoyed it enough. It just wasn't, it didn't do anything for me above and beyond, like just a nice read. So I do recommend this one. It is good. It is a pretty quick read as well. I think I listened to this on audio book, and I want to say it was only like 4 hours or something like that. So you'll get through this pretty quickly, but this is a pretty good book. So I wanted to get something kind of in the vampire paranormal realm, and I've read this one. Give me 1 second, I gotta get a drink. Stay hydrated. It is blazing hot here. You walk outside and it's like you're walking through like soup. It is so hot. The humidity is wild here. Okay, so we have a couple of romances. I wound up getting a copy of Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I love this book. This was a 5-star for me personally. You are following, I know it's Charlie and Nora. And so basically, Nora is a book editor or book publisher. She's in the book publishing world. I don't remember her exact position. And her sister wanted her to go to a small town and basically like live out a small town romance, is essentially what like the concept is. And she winds up with her sister in this small town. I don't remember if it's like North Carolina. And she winds up meeting Charlie, who also is in the book publishing world. And they actually met, it had encounters through their jobs previously. And this is, the two of them meeting and their relationship and how that, transpires. This is really good. I really enjoyed this. I read this really quickly. Again, this was another 5-star, so I wanted to get a copy to share with some other folks just because I really enjoyed the book. So the next one is Hello Stranger, and that is by Catherine Center. This was a really good book. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. I think I rated this a 4-star when I read it, and you are following Sadie, who is she's a portrait painter. Like that's what, like she paints portraits for a living. She's going through like the starving artist, life. She hasn't had her big break or anything along those lines, and she is a finalist in a portrait contest. So like she starts off where she's having to get ready for a huge portrait contest that could be like the real big break in her career, and she winds up having and this is like I think all in like the synopsis, but she winds up having some sort of like brain issue, like it's some sort of like issue in her brain that I guess is like a genetic thing that she wasn't aware she had, and she loses the ability, so she has to have brain surgery. She loses the ability to see faces, and this is her trying to struggle through being a portrait painter and having her, this potential big break in her career while she's not able to see faces. And then she meets what is our gentleman's name? I can't remember. She meets said gentleman, and I don't see his name anywhere on here, and this is their love story as well. This is really good. This actually had kind of a twist at the end that I wasn't expecting. I really like how this story like progresses. It's really unique. And just it's like a contemporary romance like I've never read before. So I highly recommend this one. It was really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed reading this. And I believe this was a 4-star for me. So again, I wanted to get that to share. Our last book that I wound up purchasing was actually Queen Charlotte, which I know is very, very popular because of this being adapted into it has the Netflix adaptation. I've actually not finished Queen Charlotte myself. I've started this season, but I haven't had the chance to actually finish it. I'm not even caught up on Bridgerton. I'm really slacking. But this is following the story of Queen Charlotte and like her love story. And from what I understand, this is a really, really good book. I've heard really great things about it, and I know that it's really popular. So I was like, well, let's get it since it's so popular, and I've heard that it's a really good book, even though I have not read it myself. So those are the books that I wound up getting to put into the free little libraries. So I'm really excited that I'm able to do this again this year, and I'm excited that I was able to purchase new books to share with folks. So I'm going to try to find a different free little library than I filled in the past. So each month I'm trying to fill different free little libraries. And I actually just found out there's an app that you can download. So if you're ever looking for free little libraries, like you want to go check them out, swap a book. So if you're not aware, like free little libraries, like you leave a book and you take a book. So it's like a book swap. So that way we're like, it's like a community sharing of books. But they have an app. So I actually downloaded the app, and that's going to make it a lot easier to find different free little libraries to be able to donate to, because again, I'm going to try to go to different ones around my area just to kind of spread the love a little bit. So different areas are going to be stocked up. So I'm going to find a new free little library. We're going to hit the road. I'm probably going to be sweating because again, you walk outside and it's like instant sweat. It is instant sweat right now. June, July, and August in Ohio it's a boo for the humidity and the heat. I'm not a fan. So we will head out. So let's go see what free little library we can find to donate to. just dropped off the books in the free little library. I just want to say this is one of the cutest free little libraries I think I've ever seen. It was like fairy gnome themed. So cute. It was another one of those moments where I was afraid that there wasn't going to be enough space in the free little library for the books, so I had to sit there and kind of reorganize some things. But luckily I wasn't like able to kind of, you know, puzzle piece things and like get everything moved around a bit. I will say I'm glad that I hit this free little library up, because this didn't have a ton of adult books. There's a lot of children's books. So it's almost like a weird, like, great that I didn't really focus on children's books in this month's haul, because this particular free little library just didn't have a ton of adult books but had a ton of children's books in it. So in a weird way, it actually wound up working out that I didn't really focus on getting children's books for this haul. So we love when those little moments like work out. So glad that we got all of those donated. Hopefully they will find homes and will be loved by some folks in the near future. I am going to go run some errands for myself. It is blazing hot. I actually turned the AC on, so you probably hear the fans blowing in the background, because I think my car is reading like literally like over 90 degrees right now, and the humidity, she's thick. She is some thick humidity today. So I'm going to go run some errands, but I'm glad that I got the free little library restocked up. Can't wait to see what books that I wind up getting in hopefully next month's free little library. So glad that you sat with me through the little book haul that we did, the little restock moment. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Can't wait to see you in, I hope you come back to the next video, and have a good one, and love you so much. Bye.